since when did being pro Wilder versus AJ, right, the fight, since when did being pro unifying titles, since when did, hey, let's make this fight happen, I really want to see this fight, since when did that like become a bad thing? You know, I'm going to admit it straight up. I have an agenda. Oh my God, you have an agenda. Like, I have an agenda. On my agenda is Wilder versus AJ. I want to see that fight. It doesn't mean it's the only fight I want to see, but it appears to be a fight that some of you are like either allergic to, or it's just you have this negative, you know, knee-jerk reaction to it. You know, you say things that doesn't apply to anything else, but to this fight it applies. Well, Wilder hasn't earned it yet. No, well, Wilder has to be the top 5 guy. No, Wilder has to beat Ortiz. He's got to beat Ortiz. If he doesn't beat Ortiz, then you know, he can't get the fight. What is this? What? Is this like the game Mortal Kombat? Like, he's got to start like with a certain guy and move his way up? What is this? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Well, what is this? What? They're both title holders. Of course they could fight. No, but what? No, but what? Why? Because you don't think that Wilder could beat AJ? Can you name me 3 guys, 3, that you think will beat AJ? Can you name me 2 of them that you believe would be a favorite going into the ring against AJ? That, oh yeah, he'll beat Anthony Joshua. Can you name me 2? So why is Wilder disqualified? Because you think AJ would beat him. Can you name me other heavyweights that are big draws and bring all type of money? Like AJ does, like Klitschko does? Name them to me. Is Ortiz this big like name? Like is he generating something that is something I'm missing? Now that doesn't mean disqualify Ortiz. Don't disqualify any of them. I would like to see Ortiz fight Wilder. I like to see him fight AJ. I would like to see them both fight the dude. I would like to see them fight each other. I want to see all the fights. I'm not against any of the fights. But why is this specific fight so? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. You know, it just doesn't feel like Wilder deserves that opportunity. You know, I don't think he'll win anyway. But you know, he doesn't deserve the opportunity. You know, let's say AJ rematches Klitschko, right? And that's, by all means, that should be number 1 on the list. I don't have a problem with him facing Klitschko in the rematch before he faces anybody. I have no problem watching the rematch, right? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with Wilder fighting Ortiz. None. Now, some of you are acting like if he beats Ortiz, that's his golden ticket to Joshua, right? It's not, I don't want to see it because it's a golden ticket to Joshua. I just want to see it because I want to see the best in the division fight the best. Out of all the guys in the division right now, I don't want to just assume who the best is. I don't want to just profess I believe this guy's the best. I don't want to just say I believe Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world, or Fury is the best in the world, or Wilder is the best in the world, or Ortiz is the best in the world. I don't just want to say it. I don't just want to believe one of them is the best. I don't just want to have a hunch. I think I know, but I want to know. I want them all to fight each other, and I want to know who the best is. I thought that's the whole fucking point. What the fuck are you guys watching boxing for? What is it? The reality TV syndrome? Is that what it is? I watch it to see who deserves and earns a shot, and who brings in ratings, and who fills up seats, and which arena they fight in, and you know, that's why I watch it. The fuck? Like what? Are you shitting me? That's why you watch the sport. You know know that's not why you watch the sport. You know that a lot of the arguments you're using against this fight happening, because that's what it is. You're against. It doesn't mean you're against Wilder. A lot of you are, by the way, but it's not everyone who's against the fight's against Wilder. They're just against the fight. And you have all different types. You have the ones that are against the fight now. Like, why you guys in a hurry, huh? Well, what's the hurry? What's the hurry? What's with the agenda? My agenda is simple. I want to see the best fights. Is that too hard to believe? Is that too much to ask or what? No, but it's not fair that Joshua had to beat a Hall of Famer in Klitschko, and then Joshua. And Wilder just wants to jump up and just fight Joshua without earning it. Like, what? What are you guys talking about? Right? Like, what? Seriously? Like, are you serious? You could apply that argument to anything. To anything. Half of the people against this fight happening had no problem with Lomachenko fighting in his second, third fight for a world title. Right? No problem whatsoever. None. I mean, people just pick and choose, right, when certain things matter or they don't. This sport is riddled and filled and infested with fighters that get opportunities they nowhere near deserve. All right? And when we have an opportunity to have a big fight happen, not immediately. I can't speak for everybody, but I never say it, oh yeah, fuck, let's go, move him out of the way. I want to see Wilder, right? I never even say it, Wilder deserves it more than anybody in the world. All I said was, I want to see that fight. All I hear, anyway, is that people want to see this fight. That they believe it will be a big fight and it would be good for boxing. That's it. You know, this idea that, there's like, what do you think the agenda is? Like, what do you think that Wilder fans are making money off of this or what? You think we're getting paid under the table by Wilder to say this? According to you guys, he makes no fucking money, so how does he pay us? According to you guys, he's not a name, right? So if the fight isn't pushed, or if it is pushed, no one's going to know about it and it won't happen. According to your logic. And a lot of the things I've mentioned are just things that I've heard and I'm just responding to them. Of course, I don't believe that just because there's money in the fight it should happen, just by definition. No. There was money in Chavez Jr. versus Canelo, and I didn't like that fight. I understand why it happened, but I don't have to like it. Right? Like this whole well, you just got to understand it's a business and you got to accept it. Like fuck that. I don't have to like a fight if I don't like a fight. And guess what? I was right, motherfuckers. I was right about that fight. Everybody that said, just wait, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be good for boxing. You were wrong and I was right. All right? That's it. For this fight, yes, have Joshua face Klitschko. I'm for that. Right? Do it. That's cool. I'll take it a step further. If Klitschko wins a rematch, I still wouldn't mind AJ versus Wilder in the future. It doesn't take away the fact that I believe it's an intriguing fight. It's just a fight I want to see. Wilder's one of the top heavyweights in the world. He's the title holder. Spare me your who would he beat for it? What has he done for me lately? And honestly, take away the Klitschko win. What did Joshua do? All right, honestly, nobody. I mean, you guys pump these guys up. Like seriously, all right. Look, a lot of you guys are just failing to see a lot of things. So, number one, okay? Klitschko, big name in Germany and in Europe, he went to Madison Square Garden, I believe anyway, it was in New York, I believe, to face an unproven Brian Jennings. All right? So what if giving an opportunity to someone who's not as big of a name for the sake of making a good fight, if Klitschko could do it, why can't Joshua, who's a brand new champion, not do it? Like, how could that fight happen? This isn't the same sport now, but AJ versus Wilder, it just can't happen. What the hell did Pulev do before he faced Klitschko? What did he do? Like, what did he do? Pulev got a shot. Right? Look at all these guys that got their shots. A lot of fighters have gotten their opportunity. And that's what made, at the very least, sure, a lot of people hated the division because Klitschko was on top, but at the very least, guys were getting their shot. It made it different to what we were seeing in the other divisions. I mean, what's next? People are like, oh, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You got to accept the way it is. It's a business, and if there's no money, Wilder can't fight. You guys are saying this like as if there's dozens of fighters that, bring in more money than Wilder or something. That will bring in more attention than Wilder. You guys brought up the money. So, fine. Okay. All I've argued is if it's about the money will be there. It's not your money. Don't worry about whether they lose money or not. The money will be there. HBO, Showtime, they will put up the money. They will pay the tab. So don't worry about the money. The money will be there. Joshua knows this. Okay, this fight's going to happen. Whether you guys like it or you don't, I honestly believe this fight's going to happen. I'm not even arguing this from a perspective of, oh no, come on guys, he's ducking them. I've never once, this is me, claimed that AJ is ducking Wilder. I've never done that. There's no evidence of that right now, right? But a lot of you guys just seem offended of the thought of the fight. So after AJ, I believe, will beat Klitschko in the rematch, after that happens, if the fight even happens, by the way, we don't even know if Klitschko will retire. So if not Wilder, who does he fight? Give me a name of who he should fight. And then before you give me the name, tell me in all honesty that every reason you've given for the Wilder fight not happening doesn't also apply to that said fighter. When you put Klitschko aside. Every single one applies to that fighter as well. Every single one. Right? So this idea, like, oh no, but you can't do the fight. I'm just saying, okay? He hasn't beaten this guy, he hasn't beaten that guy. He needs to do this, he needs to do that. He doesn't bring in the money. Like, a lot of these things will apply to 99% of all the heavyweights. But you guys are only making these arguments for whatever reason. When I try to look at the common denominator here, right? When I'm trying to understand your logic, for some reason, these reasons to not make this fight happen only applies to the Wilder fight. And a bunch of assumptions, right? Oh, you guys know that if Wilder wins, you're going to be all for him ducking fights. Like what? Says who? Says who? I want to see this fight, okay? You feeling like, oh, the roles were reversed. They would openly be ducking Joshua. And the roles were reversed. He's only trying to fight Joshua now because there's money involved. You guys, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. It's the biggest heavyweight fight out there right now. Whether you like it or you don't, that's the biggest heavyweight fight aside from a Klitschko rematch. Right? That's the biggest one. Well, what will be a bigger fight? Pulev versus AJ? Is that a bigger fight? Really? I'm sure Pulev, I mean, they're gonna have to like build a bigger stadium if he fights Pulev. I mean, fucking HBO and Showtime are really gonna put up big money for that fight. Like really? Ortiz is really banking. He's gonna. And look, I'm not against those fights, but you have to be consistent here. Whatever argument you use to not make the Wilder fight, it has to apply to everybody else. If not, then the only ones with an agenda are the ones against this fight happening, okay? I also believe that many of you feel comfortable with the fight not happening right now, right? You want the fight to marinate, and it could be bigger one day, and fuck that, okay? We don't even know, and we're going to be nuked next year, okay? By the way, shit's going down. But all jokes aside, right? I don't want to marinate shit. I just want to know who the best in the fucking division is. And I'm going to keep, if I would have come on here and said I want to see this fight, and you guys left it at that, that's his opinion. God bless you. Move on, right? But no, like these reactions, it's unbelievable. And then you get responded to, and you're like, well, why you guys keep talking about it? Because you guys are acting weird about it. Why are you acting so weird about this fight? Like, well, why is it like, no, we can't have Wilder get that opportunity. No. Like, why the fuck not? I'm out.